everybody had a chance to kind of look over everything? You want to give it just a few minutes?
I got the email finally. I was so excited. I've never got the email, so it was really exciting for me to get the email.
Since I wasn't at the last meeting, I guess I don't need to, I was absent, so I don't need to make a motion to approve or change anything.
The only question I had that I just want to discuss a little is about the fireworks education and license that was discussed. Basically, we've had this long discussion, but it boiled down to the liability was quite a lot, right? More than we could. Okay.
Do you want that added?
I don't know, I just wondered if it would make a difference for the future, but no, I don't think I do. I just want to make sure that that was kind of what came out of that whole discussion.
Is that what it was?
Liability was just incredibly a lot for the town, I think.
Well, the insurance company will cover it. Her insurance. They have to get their own.
So it was an insurance issue.
Well, state fire marshal order. Lots of rules and regulations.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes.
I second
Making, I just approve it. I make a motion, we approve the agendas.
it. I'll second it.
No need to update it, I mean, no need to add anything else, right? All right, now it's the good financial report.
Okay, so you have your budget versus actual for March 2021 in front of you. The board did vote to budget a lower amount during this COVID type year, 2020 to 2021. And so we are exceeding what we had budgeted, even though we knew that during COVID it was an unknown. You received $45,827. You budgeted $34,000, so you have received $11,749 more than you budgeted. But like I said, you had anticipated that because it was an unknown, so we went with a lower number than the previous year. So after your expenses, year to date, you have in your budget left over $19,651. But as you'll notice, we'll want to keep each line item as it's budgeted. For example, if you right now you have $2,000 in promotion, so you wouldn't want to spend much more than that unless we do a budget amendment next meeting. Or at the end of your budget, you have one more meeting before you'll be voting on the budget. So attached is your proposed budget. This is just my suggestion, is that based on the year-to-date receipts, we could probably budget $50,000 in occupancy tax this next coming year, 2021, 2022. And then based on your previous expenses, this would be your expenses, how they're allocated. But that is only proposed, that we will want to get the changes the next meeting. This is April, this is May, this is April. There we go. This is April. So you'll still have your, it needs to be approved in the June meeting. So in May, we need to come back in with the proposed, what the board wants, and then in June, we can approve that. Yes, it needs to be approved before June 30th. There.
And is the reason that we're over, Sonia, is because that we budgeted for her to have like 4 hours a day and then we went up on her hours and stuff? Is that one of the reasons why?
We're not over on any item. Like in her salary, she still has $4,920 to spend. I was just saying in festivals, promotions, we only have $2,224 left to spend. We're at 83%. So we just want to keep it next 2 months, we wanna keep that in mind, that by June 30th, we need that budget amendment if we do decide to spend more in promotion than 2024. But Debbie, Karen said that most of the expenses have already been turned in. There's nothing outstanding out there right now, right?
Right.
Yeah, so, unless y'all vote on something today, you'll probably be just fine. And you could vote on something for more than 2,000. We just need to go in it with that next month. We'll do a budget amendment if you do.
Okay.
Because you're already at $11,000 received more than you've spent, or $19,000 more than you have spent. So you've got more money. We just don't want to go over budget without doing that proper paperwork. Yes.
Okay.
So you got $2,000 to still play with right there with promotions, and 200 in supplies. So you've got a little cushion. Just continue if you needed more with this car show. But I wasn't sure because that's in May. So if she does anything, it'll be in this budget. So we need to keep that in mind. But we'll look at the next month. If I see y'all are over budget, I'll bring a budget amendment back so y'all can vote. I just hope that by next board meeting, y'all have discussed this proposed and decided, yes, let's go with that. That way we can get it voted in June. Okay.
So the Graham Star and WCVP, we have paid
We
for
paid.
advertising.
That like 900 expense is paid. Yes. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you.
You're gonna take over all this, cause this is
I'm keeping it within the $5,000 navigational beacons that y'all gave me, so if something major and drastic was to come up, I would definitely let you. But I'm not gonna be frivolous unless I need to, but unless y'all tell me to be.
Okay.
We will, the DJ is going to be $450. So that is going to come out at.
I said I would give some for, I don't care, I said I'd give a donation to help with her. So it says in the thing that I would help with the sponsorship. I don't care which, does it matter?
I don't think so, does it matter?
I wouldn't think so.
Alright.
Have you went around and got sponsorships and stuff from different businesses?
So far, I have not got anybody to say that they would sponsor me, other than me, Teresa, and Richard.
I can get the auto parts stores to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I talked to Joel, he said, there won't be a tool set, something like that. I'll talk to him tomorrow,
Okay.
and I'll call Brian too.
Collie, yeah. Cause he should have something down there in his shop or,
Oh, yeah.
Car Quest to give.
Yeah.
I'll put you a list of partial rules and regulations in there that I had done. Do you want to order the trophies, Richard, or do you want me to order
If
the
you
trophies?
want to, just go ahead and then
Okay.
just let me know how much and I'll get you the check.
Do you have a place that you order them from?
I never,
Okay,
it shouldn't be hard to find.
okay. And I should give a trophy for each winner of each category, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
one.
just do one per. If you got 7 categories,
Do
if one
one
more
trophy.
than one, that'd be quite a few to have to
Mm-hmm.
mess with.
Do y'all want to give cash prizes with those trophies?
We all looking at you, Richard.
Say what?
Do they normally,
Yeah.
do car shows normally do a cash prize
Or is
too?
it
I've never
just-
been to one that has.
So it's just like the
Just
trophy.
their trophy
Okay.
only.
Okay.
Of course, I don't go to none of these big dollars.
Well, we're just beginning.
Yeah,
so-
you're our expert on this.
We're in the learning stage here. What does the dash card need to say? The little dash card need to say Robbinsville Car Show, May 15th.
Yeah, first annual or something like that, you know, say next year, say second annual, so on and so forth.
I forgot what he said to me though. He said don't pay for them. What did he say on that?
I had ordered them from the school and they were gonna print them. Do I need to do certificates? Gonna be hard to do for participation certificates unless I just take some blank ones down there and fill them out as we go, because again, a lot of people have said, oh, I'll be there, I'm gonna be there, but they haven't done the little form that gives them their name.
Yeah. A lot of people, from the way I usually, like I always just wait till I get there before I ever pay and register and stuff. But a lot of them do pre-register like that.
Pre-registration. So you think I should do a participation certificate for each person or no?
I think there needs to be something,
Yeah, something like that
something
would be fine.
for everybody.
Do the rules or regulations look okay, then
I need some white forms.
okay, I've got some blank forms right here. If you need more, I'll make copies of them. How many porta johns do we need to get?
At least 3.
Okay.
So we're on the outside of the school and we're not gonna be allowed on the inside at all?
Correct.
Okay.
Then let's use the
We're using
concession
the
stand.
concession stand, yes, we are gonna have use of the concession stand, and I think there's 2 bathrooms in there that we can use.
Anybody being snacks yet?
I've got to know Ryder is doing, and I think she's not confirmed, and they have, Double R Farms is going to do the concession stand.
She is? Okay, because the Old Mother Church approached me about wanting to bring and, set up a booth and stuff, so have they came by and talked to you?
They have not, who do I need to contact?
Brenda Show.
Well, another thing too is if you're gonna go over to that one Saturday,
Uh-huh.
they always have 2 food trucks over there. I always talk to them and see if they wanted to come over here.
True, yeah.
Now I reached out to a lady in Nantahala that has a food truck, but she said she's booked up completely for the next.
That they could be too, you know,
Yeah.
or just have to ask them and see.
Right.
And T-Dubs may, if you,
I talked to her and she was going to check and said they've got some weddings in May, and she said she'd check and see. And she hasn't got back with me, and I'll follow up on that.
Or even, I know, Bill and Melinda Bailey, they go to Sweet Gum Church. They have a big smoker. They might want to do barbecue for the church or something as like a fundraiser for their church, maybe. And I guess
Some sweet gum.
yeah, you probably, I guess, maybe reach out to Patrick on that, Patrick Odell. Because I think he's the pastor up there now.
I'm hearing preaching over at the greenhouse. So I'm pretty sure you are correct. Let's see, I had something else. I'm doing the, where they vote the ballots. I was talking to a man in Andrews yesterday about it, and he said it was easier to let the people that participate in the car show, the ones that actually have an entry, let them vote on the best of the show. That way it doesn't get swayed by somebody bringing 70 members or their family. and
Yeah.
voting for them. What do you think about that?
I like that.
And then are we gonna still have the kids do a vote thing too?
I've got the kids doing. Let's see, what my minutes are. Kids' Choice Award for cars and trucks, so I guess the best one as far as
Everything or just each?
I think so. Do you think I should divide it up? Or let them just do a best of show? Best of show truck or best of show car?
I'd just let them do one, just
Best of show,
anything
whatever
now, yeah.
they like.
Whatever catches their eye.
Okay.
And for some reason, I thought they were doing motorcycles. I guess I thought they were doing best of show for motorcycles. And I can't remember.
I did. I saw that too.
I vaguely remember that.
Now,
But that morning,
I'm almost 62, so.
Then
What you brought me this morning, I believe it did say that on it.
yeah, right here. Here, I found it on mine.
Kids'
Kids'
Choice.
Choice Best Motorcycle.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have seen it somewhere.
Okay, all right. So
Do we want them to just choose for a motorcycle?
Well, they weren't, motorcycles were not, they decided that motorcycles wouldn't be a real category this time. It would be more of an exhibit. The best I remember, all this discussion, it would just be an exhibit class this year until we could figure out how to expand. Or if we needed a separate show, okay? For them,
Yeah, because aren't they doing a ride that morning, something? They're doing the motorcycles. They're doing some motorcycles that morning, I thought.
Revved Up talked about doing a poker.
Poker, trying
That's
to be
it.
done with it by
Uh-huh.
11 o'clock.
Oh, I know what else the question I had. He suggested a cruise around town. Would you do that at the end of the show?
Yeah, I'd wait till,
Okay.
like, when it's all over with, make 2 or 3 laps,
Yeah.
like the old timey way somewhere.
Right.
Just circle the game room.
No. Or the Black Knight.
Done that many a time.
Oh, yes.
Well, what if I, pay for the Kids' Choice Award for motorcycle and cars? Cause I think kids are gonna enjoy seeing the cars too.
Okay.
So I will
Do it, kids,
do a,
motorcycles and car / truck.
yeah, car show, award, and motorcycle.
Now, I've had a lot of people at the hotel, they keep taking my flyers down there. And they seem interested. I hope so if they come back.
Do you need more flyers?
No, I had Miss Dash put that.
Okay. That's why I wanted to hit some of these car shows and but I've handed them off to every bank, stuck them everywhere I could find a place to stick them and beauty salons and things like that, try to get the businesses.
So if I do like $100 per thing for the Kids' Choice thing, is that sufficient enough? And would it need to be,
Or yeah, just one trophy thing really costs, you know, you can get them for 25, 30, 40 bucks a piece for just a good, nice trophy.
okay, well, that's what I'll do then.
I think there's a place in Franklin that used to make trophies. It seems like that's where we
You need to be jumping on that,
Uh-huh.
because this,
Yeah,
you
that
know, this is less than a month away.
Right.
And you've got like, I know a place in Franklin makes them because that's where we get them for the sports banquets at Nantahala. And you're gonna have all the schools bombarding them right now with sports, you know, the sports, awards and stuff like that.
Do you know what the name of it is? I gotta go over there tomorrow.
Let me, I'll email a girl that's over at our athletic director in Nantahala and I'll find out for you.
You done it? Hey, Google.
I was getting ready to Google it.
Okay.
Finish Line keeps popping up in my head, but that's a store in the mall. I know it's not that.
That's for shoes.
Yeah, it's not that one.
Well, you know, Michelle,
No, the only one I'm thinking of is the one that used to be in Murphy, and I don't even know if it's there anymore.
I was thinking there, okay, there used to be.
So the other person, Linda's son is the rec director, and he for sure would know where to get some.
Linda.
Buchanan. So, Adams is the rec director.
Well, even our rec director, Ron Williams, would know where to get trophies.
And
Yeah,
there
he
might,
would.
I think there's an Extreme Sports in Murphy too, down like way down past Walmart. They might do them down there, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I said Franklin, and it took me to Franklin, Tennessee. I don't think that's gonna work.
That'll be a nice drive for you, Karen.
Really long drive. This one says Gooder Graphics. Let's see. Graphics. Okay. I'll show you. Coats Designers, Gooder's Graphics, All-American Awards. That's all I got.
Okay. I'll do. You want me to go on anything else? The car show before we go on.
What did you decide about t-shirts and all that? Did you even do anything?
We did not. I had a man from Hayesville ask me about the free t-shirts at the car show. Is that something that's done?
The ones I've been to ain't never.
Been free, have they?
No, you can purchase
Sell 'em.
one for $20.
Do you want me to have somebody make some Robbinsville car show t-shirts?
Do they have, I guess we maybe need to call and see, and if they have time,
I
maybe.
know, it's like we're kind of like, I thought it was already a decided thing when
Yeah.
we talked about it in February, but evidently it wasn't.
Well, what about this new boutique down there next to Poppin' Nana's?
Lennon and Willow, or
Do they do anything like that?
I know there's a place that, well, Allison Grooms.
Allison.
Wait a minute, your daughter does them.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
daughter.
She done nothing in ages. Once they moved, packed up everything, she never has set back up.
I never really had a good idea, Richard.
To set it back up so she can get back at it. It's like
But
she's
she
not
did
interested.
good
Yeah,
stuff.
she got rid of a lot of stuff. She really did sell a lot.
But there's like, all the time on Facebook, there's kids in this town and people that are making t-shirts.
Oh, yeah, I think I could get some t-shirts if you'll tell me.
We did check with the high school, don't they have their sublimation business running in the high school?
I don't know, would that be Melissa Rennie or?
No.
No.
No, but I could shoot a message to Angie, she'll tell you.
Yeah.
Miranda's the one that had been doing it.
Yep, I can get t-shirts. How much do you want me to spend on t-shirts? The ones for the fishing derby were about $5 each that, Allison did.
Good price.
Oh, I'm saying they may have went up, but they may not have.
And then we just sell, resell and make a little profit off of that. Is that what Answer wants to do, or? I don't have an opinion.
I don't know.
I've never been where, like, I mean, we can try and sell them and make a small profit off of them.
Yeah, $2 a piece.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't jack them up too high. I can get them for $5, maybe sell them for 10 or something. So then we're not stuck with them.
Now, I do have
For
a
being the
couple of,
first year, I wouldn't get a whole
Yeah.
lot.
Bunch, no.
I do have a couple of vendors that's probably gonna do them, but they're gonna do them to sell themselves.
Like an airbrush type deal.
Not real sure what they're gonna put on them, but I know they will have Robbinsville car show and something. Because there was a girl from Andrews asked about it, and then
Okay.
Well, if the vendors are gonna have them, do we need to think?
No, we probably don't need to do it. It's probably a little late in the time anyway for them to kind of draw up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, I have never made a penny on a shirt. I mean, at a festival, ever.
They're just something about somebody like me, I would buy a t-shirt and wear a t-shirt, but, as far as making money, I don't know.
No,
And I know we're gonna be,
they're good advertising. If you just look at them as it's advertising, then great. But if you think you're gonna make cash on them,
you're probably not, Graham County Cancer, support group, it's who we decided to, give some donation money to. Does that usually come off the 50-50 raffle, or does that come from the show, or, no? Don't
I
know.
have no clue. The best I can understand is it's come from the show.
Okay. So we'll make a decision.
But I mean, they can still do it. It's like that last one that was over on Bryson. He done the 50-50, and the person that won it, he went ahead and let his 50 go with the other 50, and the little boy got to keep it for his wheelchair.
Uh-huh,
That's just, because that's what his was doing.
uh-huh. Usually that supports the charity that you were supporting,
Yes.
but I didn't know the 50-50.
That's the way he done the last one over there. Since it was a benefit.
Fine. Anything else on the car show?
have you got any motorcycles registered? I mean, more than one?
Steve did, and I talked to Shadow today, and he said he would.
Okay.
Oh, that's two that I'm
Motorcycles?
Get Casey to see if Jeff Beasley might want to bring his down. He's got an awful nice one.
And he can do some tricks too while he's down there. He's the one
Not
that.
on this one, you wouldn't.
Is it too pretty?
Yeah, and it ain't like no dirt bike or anything like that. It's a regular nice one.
He used to do a whole lot of practicing last week. We did a whole lot on bike coming down through there. Hold on, passport to adventure. I'm working on it, and I should have everything done by Monday, and then ready to go out. This is my setup as to how I am doing it, and then I will fold these and make a cover and staple them in the middle. I'm getting all the destinations on it. So I'm gonna have to go hike the trail to see, well, like around Courthouse Square. I don't know what the length of it is.
Okay, so Joyce Kilmer Loop, Cable Cove Nature Trail, Maple Springs Overlook. Can I go ahead and correct?
Yes,
Okay, good. Okay, Courthouse Square Main Street, Fontana Dam, and Pipper Bow.
we've got 20, and the school is waiting on us in Graham County Travel and Tourism, but I wanna go ahead and do it and get the passports out on t-shirts to see if they were going to donate any t-shirts to like the first 50 people that came back that had done like 10 of the destinations or something like that. I have done this on my computer, and then I got Sonia to help me put it in landscape form, and that's why we've been tweaking it today. And with that thought in mind, the Graham County Library has backpacks, and they have basic hiking supplies, compass, flashlight, binoculars, bug magnifier, whistle, nature guides, and pamphlets. And you can go to the library and check these out. So she wanted us to include that, and I told her I would bring some passports, down there too, to promote that. That was, a grant that they got for the people in Graham County to check out. And she thought that would be something good to partner with
Yeah, I like somebody.
hiking adventures.
So that's neat.
Oh, I thought it was, she just showed me the thing and sent me that, so I thought I'd print a copy of it off and make everybody aware. So that's some partnership that we can use to get passports out. But I'm gonna try to get passports out by Monday.
The directions is all I see, like, the directions, like, what they need to do on there for it to count. You need to think about that.
We're gonna do like a photo, they can do a photo where they can of themselves at the place and bring it to us and we'll
But
stamp
it needs to be in the
Spelled out.
passport, right?
And I'm gonna have the Abraham put it on our website so they can download it. Is that okay? Do you want to provide any excuse me, t-shirts?
I don't remember what we said last time.
I know we were gonna have several different people kind of design a t-shirt for it and just kind of pick from that.
When does the passport thing officially like start?
It was going to start the 1st of April. That's why I want to get them out Monday, because that will be the 1st of May, and we're getting into the season where it
Okay.
needs to be
Do we,
going if it's going.
yeah, do we have time to do shirts for this? Okay.
Well, if they did the hikes, they're not gonna do them like this week. You know, you sort of kind of would, but that's entirely up to y'all.
We could do, I mean, if you wanted to do shirts, the only way I see we could do it is let them do the hike, okay? And the ones who turn in, the first 50 who turn in their paper by awards day at school or something, someday, and then they put on there what t-shirt size they want, and we get those exact 50 shirts.
That sounds like a good idea.
That's the only way I could see it would work. But I think that would work.
Ordering after the
Exact size.
Yeah, after-
Yeah.
Especially like, if she gets them done fast, you get Allison to do them. She's
She
quick.
does, she's very quick, because she turned those fish ones around like a week.
And 50 shirts, $250 or $300 is not bad. So, okay, I make a motion that we budget what line item would that come out of? Promotions?
It should come out of promotions, I would think, because we're trying to get people to stay here an extra day and do these hikes.
Trying to train the kids about what's here too.
Right, and I would think festival promotion and advertising.
And she said we had a little over 2,000 to play with on that. So I mean, if it's the 22-24, how much were you thinking, Teresa, for shirts?
I was gonna say 300.
I mean, that wouldn't put us much below the $2,000 mark.
No. Okay, so I make a motion, we budget $300 to buy shirts for the first, however many that we pay for. Yes, first 50, up to 50 kids who what would I say, who
Complete.
correctly completed the passport.
Oh, 20,
Whatever criteria you set up, but it's 10, isn't it?
I think we did 10, and then we were gonna do some, Graham County Travel and Tourism is looking at water bottles for 15, and then we had some big prices that we were looking at, like overnight stays and things like that for 20.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's all of them. Kids and adults or kids only.
I was just thinking it was a kid thing. What were you guys do?
I thought it was a kid thing too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did.
That's fine with me.
Any seconds?
Yeah, second.
Murals and Music Festival request from Red Duck was tabled at the last meeting. I will say that the town of Robbinsville gave them $10,000 to do the Ronnie Millsap mural. Is that correct?
Well, we agreed to put 10,000 toward it because he was wanting the county to do 10,000 and then each one of the tourism things. But I don't think nobody else has done anything. I would, I'll make a motion to continue this on the table because we need to kind of get through all this other stuff and see what we're gonna do. Just leave it on the table. Because has the county made a decision on anything? Has their tourism?
Not that I know of.
I think it's on the table with them too.
And I wanted to be sure, I saw in your notes that it was $10,000 for the one mural at the mountains. Okay.
Ronnie Millsap mural. And they need to do it with
Well, there was
the
like so many different ones.
Right.
And it took that much money to do them all. But if only the $10,000 is gonna be awarded to it, then they want it to be of the Ronnie Millsaps.
Okay.
Well, when he presented the ideal, I was under the impression that it was gonna cost 10,000 for the Ronnie Millsaps thing, 25 for the Lovelace building, and then there was gonna be $500 left over to do the big dedication ceremony and in-town festival. That's
The way
how
he told us is that,
that's how I understood it though. And he was looking to get 10 from us, 10 from you all, 10 from the other tourism, and then whoever. There was 4 groups that he wanted 10 from each group.
I thought that it was
That's
10,000 from the town, 10,000 from the county, and then 5,000 from each of the tourism things.
And then what I understood was that it was 25,000 for Ronnie Millsaps and 10 for the other mural and 5 for the festival. So we all understand.
something
different.
different.
Yeah.
We kind of got maybe 3 or 4 different.
But now he did also say, Richard ain't gonna speak up, but he just told me now, I don't jog my memory. He said that he can work with a grant writer, and if we don't give him the money, he can still get the money anyway.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, he said he could get it regardless of if we gave it to him or not.
We'll just table it.
I've got a little memory left.
Well, I'm glad you do, because after Hope's workout today, I ain't got nothing.
See, I can remember something from a month ago, but I ordered tars today and I don't know whose they are when they come in tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
I
we
have to
call
wait.
that part-timers.
My daughter's coming today.
What you ordered?
Michelle is here to do a presentation about the marketing plan from Gray.
We're here to listen. All right, now I want somebody to take notes so that when I'm not here next month, you'll know what I actually said. So, great, because of the COVID thing, has ended up with having some money from an ARC grant that we had done in 2018 that was related to the strategic tourism plan. And regulations with NCDOT changed, and so we were not able to use part of the funds that were set aside for a certain element in that thing. So we have ended up with some slush fund money, so to say, that ARC is allowing us to repurpose. So what we have voted to do as the great organization is to put $15,000 toward doing a grand marketing plan for Grand County, especially for tourism-related stuff. Of course, with ARC funds, there comes a match, has to be a match. So what we have proposed is that Great will put in the $15,000, and then the match would come not equally, but it has to be $3,750 would be the match amount, and $2,250 of that would be covered by Graham County Travel and Tourism, which they have already agreed to. Fontana has agreed to $500, Santila has agreed to $500, and we are asking the town of Robbinsville for $500 to go toward the match funds for that marketing plan.
When do the funds have to be spent by?
August, into August.
Okay. So pretty quick.
Yeah.
And do you have a plan for what you're going to do?
What we're going to do is hire a consultant to come in and do the plan. With that $15,000, we'll actually hire someone to come in and pull a plan together.
And then with the money that you get from all of us, what is that going to do?
That money goes, art grants, Appalachian Regional Commission, they require that any of their money that is used has to be met by local funds as well. So that money would go toward the plan as well. $15,000 of it would be from the great funds, and then the other $3,750 would come from local investment, which would be the match that has to go with it. So it would all go for that.
What are the odds, do you think, that ARC would give more money later for advertising if we got the plan done? If we had the written strategic marketing plan in place, do you think there's a possibility ARC would spend more?
Yes. I do. I mean, they're like everybody else in the world right now. They're looking at substance use, and they're looking at housing, but they're always looking at economy. And in an area where tourism is like dead center of the economy, and yes, they have worked with us for years, as you know, for that.
And my only other thing is, don't we have a strategic marketing plan?
No, we have a strategic tourism plan. But not,
Okay.
but part of the strategic tourism plan was to create a marketing
Right.
element.
Okay.
So this would be basically the implementation of that plan, Teresa, is what it would
Yeah, I know, it's just the
be.
steps you have to go through. I mean, to get ARC money. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I know you do. You gotta make everybody happy.
Yes, you do. Now, I wish in my heart of hearts we could use it for advertising. But
And
I
that-
know they don't.
And you know that will be part of the plan, I'm sure, implementing the plan, that'd be part of it.
Yeah. I can't be the only one with a question.
Well, I mean, I asked her, but I'm still kind of like, I don't. So are you asking for 500 from the tourism or from the actual town of Robbinsville?
From the tourism. We've gone to each one of the tourism authorities, Grand County, Santigua, Fontana, and now Robbinsville. Since the plan will be focused on tourism.
Does anybody want? I'll say, in my experience working with ARC,
I would love to hear it because I kind of hear some apprehension from you. And then I hear, I don't have a clue about it.
well, and that's why ARC is the Appalachian Regional Commission, of course, and usually the first step in any process they have is making a plan. So until you get the plan made, they don't really give you.
What you're gonna be spending your stuff on.
Right.
And I kind of gathered that whenever she was saying that, so.
So you have to kind of, even though it seems like to me, I've been here a long time, like we've planned to death. But really, it is the first step, and it's probably worth our $500, in my opinion. So,
Well, I make a motion that we give them $500 toward this program.
I'll second.
Well, thank you very much. As time goes on and they start working on this, you guys will be hopefully willing to be involved in the loop about what's going with the planning and everything, so that you'll have a voice in that as well as your investment. Sorry. You can tell you're young at this. Still looking forward to it.
I would love to see the town of Robbinsville with all kinds of businesses and shops and things for people to,
Well, there are some things in the work, and you have to do it their way.
this is true, one step at a time.
But they, historically, like Teresa said, they're usually very, very good. That if you do it their way, they'll
They
work
make
with
it
you.
work for you.
Yeah, this $500 could turn into tens of thousands, really.
Yeah.
And as a grant writer, I will say too, that having it in a plan, like a plan that has been done by a consultant, that you're more likely to get a grant if there's been a strategic plan, and that's part of that plan, and everybody agrees that it's what needs to be done. And as a grant writer, you've got to leg it on other people.
That and the collaboration.
Right.
It's two of the big things they look for.
So we're on the right path.
I think so. I think it's a good use. It's certainly better than sending the money back to them.
Yes, we don't want to lose.
Letting it go somewhere else.
$15,000, that's true.
You'd rather use it for something new.
Is that same guy gonna do it?
Mark DeFalco.
I was thinking about the guy who does all speakovers and does that other one.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember. Okay.
I haven't decided.
Okay.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you all so very much. And I will keep you in the loop about what's happening.
Thank you.
The 150-year celebration, I'll put you on the list of what I've done. I've been in 2 meetings now, and it will be next year. The Grand County Travel and Tourism is going to fund an event planner, so if you know anyone interested, have them talk to Grand County Travel and Tourism just for next year. It's our 150th anniversary for Grand County. And this is just things that we discussed. Our question is anything that you would like to see happen our dilemma, I guess, or our question is, do we want to go all the way back to where we were logging counts and come forward? And we will partner with Santiva, Fontana, Graham County, and the town of Robbinsville, and make this all happen through the year. It's not gonna be just one time, one thing. It's gonna go through the year. So this is some of the things that we came up with. If you have any suggestions or anything that you would like to see, or somebody you know that you would like to recommend, we need input.
Well, I know Teresa's been looking forward to trying to make this a big thing from the time I've been in this. And
Yeah, I've been harping on it.
no, you've been excited about it. That's all. And I think it is a big deal. As far as I'm concerned, as you said, the logging and stuff, that's part of the 150 years. Yeah, it needs to be included.
I
Because that's
think-
still a part of what Graham County does. That's how a lot of men make their living, and we still need to honor that as part of the ongoing tradition of Graham County.
I think so. And it's important to our economy too.
Very
Still,
much so.
educate people about that as well.
And I think hindsight being the wood prices, that may be our future too, as far as the logging and the timber industry, a part of it.
For me, I would want a dedicated web page or dedicated Facebook page. I don't care which. Facebook's cheaper, I guess, but I would want a page dedicated so that people can go to that page and get whatever info they need.
Or even
Added
offer
to-
info, you know, because there could be a lot of people that has moved away that would have a lot of information to give.
And we want to do like a homecoming, and we discussed it being due on the 4th of everybody from Graham County and get them back to the county for a day, if nothing else, or a weekend. So we're gonna have a homecoming weekend.
Good. A lot of people come home on the 4th of July.
They do, we discussed that would probably be the time in summertime, and the time to get as many people from as many places as we can back for a homecoming weekend.
I mean, a lot of this is pretty much how it used to be. I mean, if we did the login and didn't the guys used to bring their dogs and all that stuff and
Do trials.
I think the Williams man was over that. I can't think of his name though.
Raymond?
Yeah, he was over that for a long time. But then I think they might have gotten in trouble or something with the animal rights activists or something. That's why they quit doing it.
You know, things have changed a lot, so I don't know, but when we were doing the festival, getting permission to get a raccoon, and the hunters wanted a real live raccoon.
Yeah.
Getting permission to get a raccoon for the event was very difficult.
I could see that happening.
So you would have to, but the permit comes through wildlife. If you want to follow up on that, you can talk to wildlife and see what they. I don't even know who's doing wildlife. Who's the NC? I don't even know who the NC wildlife person is right now.
I don't either. I mean, get with Forest Service, wildlife,
No,
I don't think so. I thought he retired. So I don't know.
now.
I can ask Ben and see if he knows. He's all into hunting and all that jazz. But I don't even know if he would know who's over there.
But that's some of our notes and bullet points that we pulled out just for a start. So anything, like I say, anybody any of these events. Input is welcome.
Fort Montgomery isn't on the list, or I'm not seeing it.
We discussed it.
Fort Montgomery would be one. On a bad note, Kirkland's Raiders aren't on here either. But this is my history geekiness coming
I
out.
started to say, I'm not familiar
I mean,
with
I don't
them.
even,
Or Thomas's Legion is on here.
Venus's Lumber Company, I mean, wasn't that a big
Yeah.
part of Robbinsville's
Yeah,
history?
huge.
Venus is not on here, so. And I mean, even all the different furniture plants that was over at the, you know,
Carpet
that,
and furniture factory.
we went from,
Manufacturing, we've lost. They were just talking about, are they just talking about doing it through like 1950 or something? Or all up to now?
To now. All 150 years. And that will involve some of the car shows.
yeah, and even the old American uniform.
They were sure a long time, weren't
Mhm.
My
And then what was that one plant up on the hill, OMC or, OIC?
Yeah, OMC, I think.
OMC, yeah.
And my cousin worked up there for a parachute place.
Yeah, they wouldn't be very long at all.
No,
What was the one that made the radio parts up on the?
that was what we were talking about. It's OMC or OIC or, I can't remember. My sister worked there.
I know a lot of people used to make jokes about how you could buy at Snyder's department stores, you could go in there and buy regular stuff in coffins too.
Their
And-
coffins were downstairs.
I've never been there, I don't think.
So, I mean, there might be more. Maybe by that time, maybe that building will, by this time, make sure that building will be ready to
Historical
go.
Museum, I am truly hopeful that it is. I think that would bring some things to downtown Robbinsville.
And if they show that movie, if that movie that was made in the 20s,
Uh-huh.
that movie, you have to get that way, way ahead. Momo, what is it? Metropolitan Museum of Art, MoMA. Unless they figured out a different way. So that needs to be probably pretty quickly done or checked on. Have you seen the movie?
Mm-mm.
I haven't either.
I haven't either. When you said movie, I thought you was gonna say nail or something.
No, it's filmed in the 20s, and Ollie Mae Stone,
Really?
they asked her to be the star, and her daddy wouldn't do it, because nice girls didn't be actresses. But it's a pretty wild movie. It's, no sound, what do you call it? No move, no sound. They play music.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name of what it is.
All they were called was just silent movies.
Yeah.
Silent movies.
Yeah.
That's what
What's
it
the
is.
name of that movie? Can't remember it.
Carolyn Sue was down the last week and she did a lot of history in here. But hopefully they were gonna get on the event planner really quickly, so hopefully whoever they hire will be on this too.
So I just got a question.
Uh-huh.
Are yous wanting to take each different division here that yous have got up here out of these 7 and let each one of them pick out one of these and be over it, or is everybody gonna be over everything?
The event planner is gonna go through and, with us, we're basically, I'm gonna say, input and assisting making the events happen, whatever they happen, wherever they happen. But, they're good. hopefully, it's my understanding they're gonna take these and leave them all in all through the year. Different things, like when the Trail of Tears walk, maybe have the traditional dance and then some of the basket weavers to be hanging.
So this is, okay.
More promotion, more advertising. But it's my understanding that they're going to incorporate everything in the events. And they are hoping to have a large concert. They talked about having it in Fontana Village because they have an outdoor place to have it. And we were trying to think of a band that would be relate well to Graham County and the kind of music and stuff they would like to bring in somebody with them. That would pull more of a draw. And I do believe they're either gonna make a website or they're gonna add this to the Graham County website. And I'll get them to, so we can link to it on the town of Robbinsville website too. And I'm sure one has been to so I do the same thing.
So they hadn't come up with a budget yet, obviously.
No, but Graham County Travel and Tourism is gonna pay for the event planner and, they have some funds that they are going to use to make this a successful celebration. And this is just about the Graham County festivals this year. Taco had given this to me. We're gonna have a 1 day, July the 4th festival, which will be July the 3rd. This tells about it. We're gonna have vendors and events and things of that nature. And then that night we will have the fireworks.
There will be music on Friday.
Yes,
There will be music for that.
but this is just what's gonna happen that weekend. And if anybody or if you know anybody, I have some more of these for the Graham County festivals.
See what our next meeting is. Do we need to have an extra meeting before? I mean, this car show is, here it is, April the 27th, and the car show is,
May the 15th,
so we basically have got
less than 3 weeks.
less than 3 weeks.
Yeah. Probably that Tuesday before would that be, because I am gonna need some help in lead directing people, doing like the 50-50 drawing, prizes, which the DJ said that he'll do all the announcement and things like that. He's gonna take care of that. I have some judges for the car show already. And the balance, I'm getting those made up.
So we wanna go for Tuesday before the car show?
Lord.
What day yesterday?
The 11th.
At 4.
Yeah. That's not the best I can do. And then do we wanna have another one on our normal last Tuesday of the month after the car show, just to kind of let you give us a,
Update, that'll be,
that's entirely up to y'all.
be good.
Because I think the 11th, we'll only be talking about the car show, and then by the 25th, you'll have, an idea about the passport thing, and
Maybe we could talk more about the red duck thing, because I know he mentioned that, he wanted it all trying to work, was it June? Did we say June?
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I do,
maybe by then, you can find out what the county and all that's gonna do too.
that's true. I do think they're gonna go ahead with the Ronnie Mill sapling and try to get it done before July the 4th.
Yeah, we talked about that at the town, so. So we wanna do on the 11th and the 25th. That's the Tuesday after Memorial Day, ain't it?
I don't think so. Memorial Day's next week, isn't it?
Is it?
I think so. There's 5 Sundays, so I think Memorial Day's the 31st, I think. Are you looking?
Yeah.
Memorial Day is 31st.
Okay, well then that makes it a little bit.
Yeah.
So Tuesday the 25th.
Do we have anything else to discuss?
Anybody else who can, I'll send invitations to everybody that I've been told that has old cars and reached out to them. And reached out to the Andrews Car Club.
Did you reach out to Custom, or Coffee's Custom? They're a business, and I know John Coffee has a car, his wife has one, and both of his kids have one. And they're next to Ray White's and Andrews, and they're all super fast and super loud cars.
And so are you going to that one car show and taking some of the
Our
flyers and
flyers.
stuff for ours? And
Yes. I'm gonna try to go to the one this weekend. It will be later in the day on Saturday, but I'm gonna go to it. And then I'm gonna go to the one that, you said the 8th.
At the high school.
Well, that's good.
Grass and
Grass.
And I'll take flyers and applications in. And I wanna see. Let's see.
so now let me get this straight. Cause I missed that last meeting. Yin's decided to take and give half of the proceeds to the cancer thing, is that right?
No, we didn't do an amount. We just picked the cancer support group as our charity that we are going to support.
Oh, okay.
We
So you
didn't.
haven't decided.
No,
Okay.
that's why I was asking. Usually the 50-50 goes to the charity.
Okay.
50 to the winner and 50 to.
To the charity.
Okay. Are you going to have like a big banner at the opening? I mean, have you got an idea, I guess, is how you're gonna advertise it as being the place for it to be?
As far as the school,
Are you gonna have like balloons up, or are you gonna have like a big banner, or are you gonna have,
I can do either or both.
oh, I didn't know, I was asking you what you had planned, or if kids had even thought that, or is that even necessary?
Yeah, because, I mean, you take a lot of people that's
Not
coming
from
from
here.
out of here,
That's kind of what I
you
thought,
know,
so.
and they might still relate high school to
But
down here,
Uh-huh.
not the new one, so.
Right, that's true.
And
And
there's,
then a lot of them will put up little old signs, you know, stick them in the,
Mhm.
Like a little
yeah,
politician
say
sign.
car show with our appointment.
Right, uh-huh.
and there's a bunch of event signs that you can borrow from the festival. Well, you might need to buy a few, but you could use those event signs to
Yeah,
direct
they-
traffic.
Pretty good figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, how
Yeah.
many events we gonna have?
And I don't know who to talk to at the school, but don't they have one of those light up boards at the entrance of the school?
The digital sign, cause I was
Yeah.
thinking that maybe they would put it on there. And I'll talk to Angie on that. But I can do, okay, I can do balloons, I can do those event signs, I can do another big banner if I want to do. That just says car show, and that way we can use it henceforth and hereafter if I want to.
I think that's probably a good investment.
Yeah. I just think it would be neat to have something at the entrance of the new road to the high school with the big black, lights and it kind of decorated, and as the cars kind of go through there or even start their circle around town, that would be kind of neat to have a big picture of.
So you're talking about the new entrance,
I thought that's how we thought we were gonna be doing it.
we go in there.
Right?
That's how I would do it if it was me.
I mean, you want it to you want something to pop to make everybody see and draw their attention to it.
I'd do something at both, but as far as the main entrance.
As the
I'd do
main
it now.
entrance, yeah, that,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. And then you're gonna have to find somebody to lead the cruise.
Cruise.
You can do it.
You would do it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You just got volunteered.
Yes. You drove that loop many times.
Yep,
So
you did it.
we spent a lot of gas and tires circling those loops, didn't we?
You spent more than me, I probably.
You were in Stick.
I went to Bryson City. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or Fontana. That's where I spent my misspent youth. At Fontana.
We all learned from it, so.
We did. I make a motion we adjourn.
I second that.